Test 1, 2. Good morning. Why so serious? Yeah, so I'm very humbled and honored to be with you here today. It's not me, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who have done very difficult work to build the innovation and technology and entrepreneurship ecosystem in Tanzania. And I can see a lot of their faces in this room. I just appear to come in front of you and speak about the amazing work they are doing. So it is not me, it is them. It is those people who trusted us from the beginning, who saw the vision, those who took huge risk with us to try to see this funny, useful, energetic platform in the next few years, what will it turn to be? I was making a joke with someone 2 days ago. As the first Sahara Sparks, we had only, I think, 2 or 3 people above the age of 45. It was only young people in the room, and I still remember the moderator was singing Kanye West's song as he was coming to the stage. A lot of good memories, a lot of good memories. I would like to appreciate your presence here, Mr. Sergio Baldini, and the amazing work that you're doing at UNDP and UN agencies in Tanzania to support innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. In the same way, I would like to respect the work that Dr. Amos Nungu as an individual and COSTECH as an institution that they are doing to support the innovation ecosystem. Dr. Nungu used to be active in innovation and technology and entrepreneurship even before COSTECH. So it is not because of his current role that was involved to do this. We worked together during the days of the World Bank Megawatt Challenge to support innovators to come up with innovative solutions for the energy sector in Tanzania. So he has vast passion and vast experience. But also there's a lot of good friends that are here. In a special way, I would like to appreciate Joseph Manirakiza, country manager, UNDP Funguo Fund, as an individual as well as an institution. They've been doing a lot of work to foster conversations, discussions, and also to create opportunities for people to dream. And it is because of those dreams, that's why a young boy with a humble beginning from the streets of Kariakoo, Western Gerezani, he can stand in front of you and tell you about his big ideas and what he's looking to achieve in the next few years. It is because of people like Dr. Hassan Mshinda, like Balozi Yami Mpungwe, who has created those platforms for us to dream. And the only thing we are doing is to try to throw the loop so others can also come up. And that's the best way to do things. To quote the word of my good friend, the former ambassador of East Africa and Zambia to Tanzania, who was the first person to believe in this platform, and he called and put together fundraising for us to do our first event, His Excellency Balozi Arthur Matri. He usually like to say a famous quote from a Nigerian author. Sometimes, if you decide to stay at your own place, you can also be able to see the moon or the sun. But what the clansmen do, they gather together so that they can look at the moon together, because that is where the magic happens. That's where you talk, that's where you discuss, and that's where you address things. And cross-generational dialogues are very important to Africa than any other continent. And I think you know why. 17.9, that's a magic number. 17.9, that is a median age of Tanzanian population. An average Tanzanian will be young for at least the next 30 years. And if we don't have a society and a community that is futuristic and is planning for the future, it is very, very difficult to build systems and institutions for growth and success of our country. That being said, that's the reason why we built Sahara Ventures. That's why what we are doing with Sahara Sparks and our accelerator and our consulting firm is very, very important. Rest in peace, Professor Ben Ondulu. In 2019, he was among the Saharans. He came to share his ideas in this platform. One of his famous statements that to me I think is very important, and it will always keep on resonating in my head. African policymakers and governments need to understand technology is not a sector, and digital transformation is not a luxury. Technology is a cross-cutting issue, and digital transformation is a paradigm shift. It's a reality. Whether you like it or not, it will disrupt you. African youth are getting into the job market, almost 12 million of them every year. Our ability to recruit and create opportunity for them is less than 10%. In Tanzania, it's estimated at 1.2 million. So the chances of a young Tanzanian who goes to a job interview right now to be able to get a job is less than 99.9999%, but they still go for a job interview. We do what we do because we want to address some of the most complex issues facing our society today. We build Sahara Venture as a company with a bigger purpose beyond just sharing shareholders' interest. And that's why sometimes to some people it's very confusing. Are you guys running an NGO or a private company? Why do you do a lot of community activities and events and stuff like that? But it is not, it is simply because they don't understand in the world we are living today, we are moving from traditional capitalism to stakeholders capitalism, where companies and organizations need to create value beyond what they're capable of doing. And that is what we are looking to achieve as an institution, as a company, but also as an organization. The future is interesting for a country like Tanzania. 15 of the fastest growing cities in Africa, they are located in the world, they are located in Africa, and 3 of them are located in Tanzania. So Dar es Salaam, Mwanza. Who can guess the third one? Songea. That's not me, it's World Economic Forum. Dar es Salaam is expected to attain a mega city status by 2030. It means we're going to have more than 12 million inhabitants living in the city. These people need to live, they need to get educated, they need to move, they need to navigate between places. That's the responsibility of young innovators, young Tanzanian disruptors, young Tanzanian entrepreneurs to come up with those solutions. And it's through this kind of platform we can be able to have those discussions that will allow us to create that platform. Again, we didn't do this alone. We appreciate the support from all of our partners, whom in one way or the other they've been able to contribute, whether through financial commitment, technical support, strategic partnership, agreeing to come to speak, covering the event on their media platforms, This to us is very, very important because everything we do at Sahara Venture is communal, and our spirit, we believe everything should be done by the community and the society for the better of the community and the society. Our manifesto as a company, we believe the best problem to solve the best way to solve a problem is to build a solution around it. And most of the time, one of the solutions can be to establish a sustainable business, which means you'll create employment, you'll be able to address some of the complex challenges facing the community, but also be able to open up doors for new opportunities. And that's why we support innovators and entrepreneurs in their journey, because we believe they are the game changers and they're the true leaders who can actually shape our future. So Sahara Sparks is here. The theme for this year is Potential Unleashed. From the teaser video, you can see our themes have been evolving. From the first one, which was breaking the barriers, and all the themes have a certain meaning. So breaking the barriers, it was because it was for the first time we were doing this event in Tanzania. And we want to break that notion that is very boring in Tanzania. There is no any technology events happening. You know, everything is happening in Kenya. Demo Africa is happening in Cape Town. Slash is happening in Finland. So what is happening in Dar es Salaam? So we just wanted to create a platform where someone can say, hey, there's something cool happening in that. That was the whole idea. And then we went towards Smart Solution in 2017. We went toward the Africa Innovation in the Data Age 2018, where we are honored to have His Excellency President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete. And then we went to 2019, where we had Africa in the fourth industrial revolution. So again, someone asked me, so what is the impact of Sahara Sparks and all these conversations we've been having? To some of us, they're just conversations. I'm very open-minded, and being half Sukuma, half Zalama, I don't have problem to be challenged with difficult questions. So Dr. Mshinda will testify to this. Before 2019, if you tell anyone from the government about Africa and issues around fourth industrial revolution, you look like a mad person. Nobody believed in 4IR. They believed in traditional industries, brick and mortars. When you start to talk about artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things, blockchain, you literally look like a mad person. Actually, someone in Dodoma was telling me in 2017, you're running mad. You're talking about robots revolution in Tanzania. You are really sick. You're getting me? We are not even in the second generation. Why are you telling us about fourth generation? And a few years later, they have the digital blueprint for digital economy in Tanzania. They're talking about transitioning the STI policy to incorporate digital economy. Even the CCM party manifesto is talking about fourth industrial revolution. So the conversations are necessary, and they're extremely important, because that's the only way you can help people to understand these things are really important. The first discussion that almost created and convinced people to have Tanzania Startup Association started during Sahara Sparks. That is where the stakeholders met, they discussed, they agreed, they felt we need an umbrella organization to discuss about interests of startups in Tanzania. Leave aside thousands of startups and entrepreneurs who are pitched in Sahara Spark stage. To be specific, is more than 1,000 for the past 5 years. To us, this is a unique platform. It gives us an opportunity to create opportunity for others. So let's be very open. We are open to be criticized. Yes, robots are not going to take jobs in Tanzania anytime soon, but software is already doing it. And if your daughter or son is doing bachelor degree in file management, tell him he's going to compete with Google Drive. So because there are no files to manage offline. So how do we prepare our young people for those challenges? How do we prepare them to understand you can no longer do procurement, you have to do e-procurement. You can no longer manually carry the files to the court, you have to do e-filing systems. We need to prepare them on what is about to come. The size of the African internet economy is expected to reach 180 billion USD by 2030. As a nation, what are we doing about it? We have this army of young people who are looking for employment. Where do we send them? And they kept on coming. I'm leaving those questions to you because for some of them, I don't even have answers. So that being said, again, I'd like to appreciate our partners, UNDP Funguo, and even before it was Funguo, they started this journey with us when it was just Human Development Innovation Fund in 2016. One of the first sponsors. Can we just give them a big round of applause? Commission for Science and Technology, through the transition and all the changes and everything, but they've always been with us. Can we please give them a big round of applause? We believe in open discussions and difficult discussions. I remember I was talking with His Excellency, the former president, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, me and Dr. Mshinda discussing about his foundation and how they can support startups and innovators by establishing some sort of an angel fund. And I told the former president, we need to be disruptive. We need to disrupt how the government works. And he was, okay. What are you talking about? We don't disrupt governments. But that is the terminology we use in the innovation side. Like, please maintain that terminology on the innovation side. Governments in Africa don't like to be disrupted, and you'll be in trouble. You're getting me? And then after having a couple of conversations with him, he understands disruption is simply just changing the way things have been operating in a certain way. Pole, changing pole and moving a bit fast. Leapfrogging. And that is what we need to do. We cannot continue to do things in the same way we've been doing for years because it's simply not working. So again, huge appreciation to UNDP Funguo, huge appreciation to COSTECH, and our strategic partners, UNCDF. We've been doing a lot of work with them, include the FinTech Accelerator Program, the PESATech. Appreciation to Total Energies. And this afternoon, we're going to have a specific session on how innovation and technology is disrupting the energy sector in Tanzania and is supported by Total. There are going to be a lot of interesting presentations from startups such as Gas Faster, Copper Gas, and others on how they're disrupting the energy sector. So don't miss that session. It's a very important session, immediate after lunch break. And also we're going to have another session on food security and innovation in the food sector through our partnership with Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition Gain. Also don't miss that session in the afternoon. It will be happening on the other room. I would also like to appreciate our media partner. Can we give them a huge round of applause? Crowds Media Group. Huge support from them. And also we have onboarded new partners specifically for engaging and working with the community, Save the Children. Can we also clap for them? We are looking to do a lot of work with them. And you can still see some of the partners on the wall. And I hope you love the robots and whatever it does. Some of the things I do for fun. So, yeah, so again, that being said, this is going to be an interesting week. It's a series of events starting from tomorrow all the way to Friday. Go to our website, saharasparks.com. Look at any event that interests you, whether it's fintech, it's food tech, it's cocktail party, it's ecosystem networking session. Choose any event or any platform that will allow you to meet with other people. Asanteni sana na washukuru and have a blessed week. We couldn't do this without you. Appreciate it.